Hello, welcome everybody. I'm Ashley McDonald. I'm the Public Information Officer for Rutherford County. And on behalf of the Mayor's Office and EMS, I am going to tell you why we are here today. One morning in January, Angie Welch was at home with a bad headache, blurred vision, and according to her daughter, was having difficulty communicating. Fire rescue personnel were on scene when EMS arrived and had safely assisted Ms. Welch to her bed. After an initial assessment, Ms. Welch was carefully moved down 3 flights of stairs and into an ambulance. She was hypertensive and continued to show signs of confusion. Medics administered care and continuously performed tests to assess Ms. Welch's cognitive state. Once inside the emergency room, the physician ordered a CT scan, but Ms. Welch began to seize when she was placed on the table. Medics placed her back onto the stretcher and eventually into one of the beds in the ER. Care was transferred to the ER nurse. EMS was later called back to St. Thomas Rutherford to transport Ms. Welch to St. Thomas West for neurology care after a CT scan revealed a brain bleed. When medics entered the room, she was seizing again. Proper care was administered and she was safely transported to St. Thomas West and left in the care of the neurology staff. Upon being released from the hospital, Ms. Welch indicated to nursing staff that she wanted to meet the medics that saved her life, and that is what brings us here today. So, Miss Angie, I'm going to let you come up and say a few words.
First and foremost, I give honor to God, who is the head of my life, and I just want to thank everybody here. And I'm just happy that I was in the right place with the right team at the right time, because everything was lined up perfectly for my situation. The paramedics, the nurses, and the doctors who saved my life. And for that, I am so grateful. And I can't thank them enough. And my daughter, who's my hero, for calling them, for not hesitating, who also saved my life. I lost my mom. It'll be 2 years on Monday from the same situation. And I'm here, I'm a survivor. They didn't think I would walk or be the same again, but I stand here fully recovered. And I am so grateful for that. And I thank you guys for taking the time out your day to come here and celebrate a second chance of my life. Thank you.
So I have some friends of yours around the corner, and I'm going to call out their names, and they're going to come around, and you get to see the medics that saved your life.
Thank you.
We have Mariah Tankersley, Jenny Reynolds, Tiffany Smith, and Ben DePan.
Look great.
Yes.
And wonderful. So good to see you walking around.
And Director Hudgens, if you'd like to come up and say a few words, and then we'll get some certificates out to everybody.
First of all, it's an honor to meet Ms. Welch. This is something that I'm very proud of our men and women here at Rutherford County EMS. This is something we do every day. However, it's not very often that patients come back to us to thank us. And Ms. Welch and her family is here to thank us, but we want to thank you and your family, because a lot of times we don't know the outcome of our patients. And we hold our paramedics and EMTs here at Rutherford County to a very high expectation, and this is just a good example of the outcome of the standards we hold here. And on behalf of me and Rutherford County EMS and Rutherford County in itself, we wish you many more happy, healthy years. Okay?
We're going to hand out the certificates, and then Ms. Welch will actually be available for individual interviews for anybody that would like one. Thank you all for being here. You get one first. I can. Ms. Angie Welch, survivor. Mariah Tankersley. Jenny Reynolds. Tiffany Smith. And Ben DePan. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of the day.
I was actually the secondary crew that called in, and I got her from St. Thomas Rutherford. And so when we got there, my first reaction was she was a very sick patient. She was still seizing at that time. We were trying to get it under control. She was intubated, and we were about to try to take her to St. Thomas West as quick as we could to try to get her neurological interventions.
It started off just like a normal morning for me, and for me to have that issue with my head and the vision, it was just unnormal. It was like, oh my God, but I was trying to fight it because I'm a strong person, and I'm just like, okay, I can do this, and it was just unbearable at this time.
Honestly, absolutely not. The way that it happened and how quickly her symptoms had progressed, we were all very concerned that hopefully she would pull through, but I never imagined I'd get to meet her with her standing here talking to us, walking around like she is. She's a walking miracle to see today, and it makes us very happy.
It was just unbearable, and it was just like, I need some help. So when my daughter came in there, and she knew because my mom had the same issue, what was going on with me. She pretty much knew it was a sign. So she said, let me look up signs of strokes, and everything that, like she was saying, was going on with me was what was going on, what was happening to me. So she called a non-responsive number, the non-emergency number, I'm sorry, and they switched them over to emergencies, and they came right out. And I mean, they did their job. Like they did the full effect. Like it wasn't anything that, I mean, it was amazing. I don't even know, like they were great what they did.
So, to be completely honest, the whole media aspect of this is absolutely not why we ever got into it, but the opportunity to be able to see a patient and to know that we were able to help in getting her the care that she needed and getting to meet her is the best thing I could ever ask for in this job. It makes every day of long hours and calls so worth it. Like, just to get to see that is wonderful.
And them performing their job, doing their job, saved my life because they got me there on time. They administered everything that they had to do to keep me here. And by the grace of God, I'm just thankful for them because they responded quickly and they took care of me well. So, as you can see, I'm standing here before you, alive, no issues, no paralyzations, no speech issues. I'm doing great, so.